Is it going to be the right? And that's why you see people going for big projects. But by the time you have the 2 billion here, 1.5 billion, nobody knows. How do I know the right price that Agege Bridge is supposed to construct as Seun Onigbinde? I don't know. How do I know the right price that Fasha is supposed to build the road between the bridge between Ikoyi and Lekki? I don't know. What if you put 2 billion or 10 billion even to why do we be able to contest it? No. So everybody runs for those huge pipe big projects. So it's easy to steal money. Until we're able to have people who are just incredibly honest.
Yes.
To say public resources here, this is
how to manage it.
And we are going to be effective to the last kobo. That is when we can say you want to make this country. We don't have enough resources. I will waste of money. But fiscal wise, we
have enough.
We have resources. One thing I
mean, we have enough resources.
What do you mean by no? Let him measure what he means by resources.
When you say fiscal, like cash in the pockets now, Nigeria is not a rich country. If you can hold the revenue of gold, how much revenue of gold? It's $4 trillion.
We had an argument in, I think it was in Italy, in Treviso, Italy.
Yeah.
I was addressing some people, and there was an Italian labor leader in the place, and we're asking him if Italy has got foreign reserve. He laughed at us. He said, "We don't have foreign reserve. We have foreign debts."
No, South Africa.
Yeah.
No.
He said, "Why would we go and keep? You know, we borrow, and then we manage our debts to develop our country. But our pride is, we have foreign reserve.
South Africa's foreign reserve is 20-something billion.
Yeah.
Its economy is always the size of imports.
Yes. So because what is foreign reserve? Foreign reserve is just guaranteed for imports.
For imports. That's what you're doing.
And the big boys are imports.
Who are the people who are importing? The big boys. The people who are importing Bentley.
I know the funny thing about that reserve. Let US adjust this rate. The Fed adjust
it will just
10 billion will leave this country. Because it's hot money that's fueling.
And it's fueling their own economy. But you keep your money out of your economy, you go and put it in the Bank of England. And there are rules that needs just $10 million.
It's JP Morgan.
Exactly.
What is the
JP Morgan boys now who people are just using that. They are all on vacation now during the summer.
Yes.
But our people are here suffering. And you don't have an economy, you don't have people who are honest, you don't have leaders who can make things work. And they will just tell you that, we don't have enough resources. Why don't we just give up? If you don't have enough resources, enough to run the country, give up the country then and just let's not even bother about it. But we have enough resources. If the president of Nigeria can have 9 jets, that is just one person, that's more than enough resources right there. So. If we want to deal with not having resources, then you don't have this top heavy.
What about it? There was one day I was just jumping on the other, say, you know what, I was just running after. I said, why are you running after me? You know, I'm a special advisor to the vice president. How many people are special advisor?
Why is everybody a special advisor?
How many people are special advisor?
And what's special about advice?
Is it anybody?
What's special about advice?
I want us to also think about one thing that they try to, because I have this problem. I hate it when I hear things like resource costs. These are traps that they used to enslave us mentally to think that we are in a position of disadvantage.
Yeah. Because we have resources.
No, we have. So now the one that we are dealing with now is youth bulge. What is the meaning of that?
So China's are more people than us now.
Yeah, but we have young people that can build our infrastructure. Yeah. We have infrastructural deficit. Yeah. This is the real opportunity.
Put them to work.
Put them to work.
As you rightly pointed out.
But for me, see, it's just a fiction. So, for example, US and China, they are fighting over sugar. US is slapping tariffs
on China.
On China. Yeah. China cannot import sorghum from US. So, who is the second largest producer of sorghum?
Nigeria.
But we can't even meet 10% of the demand of China. No, so now imagine that you go to Osun Plateau, AKB, and say,
unless we are growing sorghum.
Yeah,
it will become sorghum state.
Yes, so become a sorghum state. Grow me sorghum from here to here. Yes. I have a buyback strategy for you. I'll build an industry around you. And we are already packaging and exporting to China. Build a whole palm oil industry there. We're doing something in budget. We are trying to do 50 items that Nigeria can export. So we decided to go right tomorrow. You'll be shocked how much money
we can make
if we have thoughtful leaders. Yeah. So that Nigeria does not have the resources that it can organize. The problem is the resources that they bought. Do we have long-term leadership that can think?
That can even think through this.
These are good. That's why you see people like they plan 10 years that in the next 8 years we are going to use export as a means of quashing unemployment, and that's going to be our plan. That's going to be just sorghum,
it won't
cocoa, palm oil,
XYZ.
8 years. No, I'm not even saying.
Does it take 8 years for sorghum to grow?
I'm 8 years, it's just 6 months. I'll be 6 to 9 months. You are done with sorghum now.
Okay, let's be practical.
It's the practical.
No. I'm cool with you. I just want us to be practical in some things now. Now, Sowore, how do you plan to measure up, or how do you plan to ensure that people that you are going to employ or you are going to bring into your cabinet measure up to a certain standard?
We already know that here is Seun Onigbinde here, you know.
They have that level of standard that
this guy can crunch. This guy can crunch statistics, figures. He's been doing it with budgets. If we can get him to be Minister of Finance for 6 months, and we don't have enough money to do everything, I'm going to put you in jail.
No, you'll put him in jail.
I'm just kidding. But I'm saying that these are things we can measure. We know some young people. They've been out there doing it. You know, he gets the budget of the president. You know, and he looks at it, he analyzes it, and then he comes out and says, "Look, this man is buying spoon." And the president said, "We didn't know." Exactly. But these are things that you should have looked at. If you are the Minister of Finance, you are not going to have the kind of crappy budget they've had in the last 3 years. So what are we talking about where we can't find people?
I know the funny thing about our budget is, why are we trying? If you check Nigeria, over 3,000 items in the budget. As the federal government doing 3,000 projects. Why can't you just do 100 projects? Because as federal government, you're not what's your business?
The plan is not to do it now.
What's your business?
So that they will say that
a 50 meter road.
Just that they will say that Nigeria is complex.
A solar board.
The agenda is to make Nigeria look complex. So you get a complex budget, and when people say, "Sir, why have you do that?" Nigeria is too complex. So. But and I keep telling them, if Nigeria is truly complex, it will be so difficult to steal. You understand?
It's not complex.
It's not complex. You know, it is the most porous and non-complex economy or country I know in the world. Because other places where you have complex systems, institutions, it will be so difficult to take anything out of the place. Before they catch you, you can't steal $5. Somebody will find out. That's how complex systems work. But it's only complex when it is time for us to fix, to deliver. But when it is time to steal, so one person can take the budget of a state and embezzle
it. Look at Dariye. Just take $1 billion, 1.6 billion.
And Dariye has been jailed now, according to a court ruling. But lo and behold, Dariye may not spend a day in jail. Jolly Yame has been jailed for almost 3 weeks now. He's not in jail. The guy is still gallivanting around. Beyond that, wasn't I the one who said that I want to be jailing people? And everybody said, don't say you jail them now. They have stolen that idea again. No, they are jailing in courts. You know, this is because where do corrupt people belong? They belong in jail. It's as simple as that. You cannot have somebody who takes away 1.5 billion, and that's not the amount of money that they are raising. That's the money they charge him for.
Or found him.
Found.
They got evidence against
I'm sure the guy stole maybe some 30 billion or even more. But we're only charging him for his.
And he's crying.
I want to get your idea.
For me, you need to, if you want to be leader, you need for you to have corruption, opacity. People that are corrupt don't like transparency.
Yes.
See, look at Lagos. People like Lagos. You can sleep from today to tomorrow. Lagos will never make his budget, his contract, anything
public.
Because there's something there that can't be said or can't be seen or can't be defended. You see discretion. Some guy can take ecological fund and pocket it and say, okay, I'm willing to.
They've been doing that over the years.
And the third thing you see that makes corruption is weak institutions. So Dariye should have an auditor general
who's not working.
Who's not working. You should have an accountant general who is not working. You should have a state house of assembly who was supposed to review what is doing, who is not working. So you intentionally use patronage to weaken the entire system. So by the time so when people we want to fight corruption, you were like, it's not just carrying EFCC, carrying people around fight corruption. No. You set rules.
Yes.
And you make sure that
you make it difficult for people to steal.
You make everything open.
Almost impossible.
You make everything open.
And that's what I said. There's no reason why all the asset declaration forms of Nigerian are not available for anybody to download. Every Tom, Dick and Harry that has internet should be able to download the asset declaration forms. We should also be able to download all the company information in this country. Everybody who owns a company, we must have his BVN, everybody's name attached to, so that if you have an 8-year-old boy who is the director of a company, somebody can figure out who is,
or someone that is living in a 2-bedroom apartment
and who is getting a contract for 100 million naira. like you said, the moment you remove opacity from it, a lot of these guys will not be applying, they will not even go for contracts anymore. Yeah. And that will leave contractors who are legitimate to be the ones bidding. Yeah. And then you make the bidding to also be competitive and open and transparent as well. So all the 3,000 projects that we have for the year in our budget, we must be able to find it online somewhere. Who is the contractor handling it? And the progress being made.
Status.
The status, you have a status bar.
And citizens can even give you feedback on that.
Isn't that what we do?
I mean, that's the whole thing that civil society is building. That's what government itself should be doing.
Yeah. But government does not care about feedback.
No, because everybody has already taken his own share or corner of the amount of the money. So I don't care
about feedback. I consult for one of the ministries, and something happened. Like when we got to the final stage, and my outfit was the best, and I got the finance secretary, let's sign off on this. He had a whole lot of people from one part of the country that says, look, it's for them. He got letters from some mayors, some top gun senators and all that. I stood my leg and I said, listen, maybe I have not really understood who I am. I told him, I brought some things out. I told him, listen, you see this government, I was there and I know what happened. If you try it, you're losing your job. And that kept it off. Because I mentioned the name of the president. So, not that the president was really anything, but by mentioning his name alone, he stopped that. So what we are saying basically, just like the Buhari's example, if they see his leadership, I know that he will not compromise in any way. Everybody will sit.
Yeah, but when you see Baba,
these guys in the NDAs have BVN. You have to know how much.
By the time you see Baba Sheik,
proceeds of
you know that this guy will
acts.
compromise. By the time you see Abdul Rashid Minor, you know that this guy is compromising. It is, you don't compromise at once. It's like you are beating the gun.
You have an attorney general who is always defending corruption.
Abba Kyari is there, the MTN saga is there. You don't say anything, you think the public look at you.
CBN is hiring from the back door.
And DSS will just decide.
Okay, let's leave
and DSS is waiting in the home of corrupt people to protect them against the FCC. You say that.
Okay, let's leave the technicalities of governance and let's talk political. What do you think about the agitations of people saying that okay, we should make the central weak and we should have independent units where the states are more empowered, they are able to control their resources. The exclusive list of the federal government now comes down to the states, like more like making Nigeria a confederational state. What's your take on that? Because the agitation is
that's restructuring.
So what are your thoughts on restructuring when you become the president?
Oh no, I've told everybody that cares to listen to me that I will let Nigeria restructure. It's not about. In fact, it's insulting to say that you want to restructure a country because you are not the all-knowing. But let Nigeria restructure according to what is needed. That's the reason why we must also have a constitution that is not a fraud. The Nigerian constitution right now is a fraud. Yeah. So it's created by the military buzzards, and they just imposed it and slapped it on everybody. But you cannot be part of the restructuring debate if you are not in power.
That's it.
And if young people are the one whose future is about to be restructured, they should be allowed to be in position of authority. Because some of the things they are asking for in restructuring can actually be done right now.
Yeah.
Jobs don't need restructuring. Yeah. Electricity, is going to not need restructuring. Those things that we need, health. Whether we restructure Nigeria or not, we still need health, right? We need roads, we need electricity, we need jobs for the young people. So the restructuring argument as it is now is very limited to sharing of resources. How much resources? Think about the states that don't have resources in a restructured Nigeria, like Osun State or Ekiti State. What are they going to be selling there? What is it that you guys have in Ekiti? So, but if we restructure Nigeria in such a way that we understand the disadvantages of states that don't have resources, you'll be taken into consideration in the general argument as to what we do to states that might have disadvantage. Right. It's just like in the US, there's disadvantage against black people. They set up what they call affirmative action. So that they have some advantage over other people where there's competition. They can lower the bar, they can give them more resources to finish school and compete anywhere. But if you say to yourself, oh, we don't care about the states that... so you have a Niger Delta that is Christmas tree at night. And then the people of Edo State will be looking. We don't have resources. In a restructured Nigeria, in our next life, we will have resources. You are setting
So when
yourself
you
up
assume power, now what do you do to the constitution of Nigeria?
The Constitution of Nigeria, as soon as the presidency is sworn in, we have to discuss how we fashion a new constitution for Nigeria. I'm totally supportive of it. And that constitution must carry its ability to have a referendum.
Yes.
So all Nigerians must sign up so that the word we, the people of Nigeria,
is truly
a collective word that is legitimate.
For me, I don't believe that structuring is a silver bullet.
But that's exactly what I'm saying.
And I think
you don't think it's a silver bullet?
I don't think it's a fine. I don't think it's a perfect solution. Because are you saying the structuring will stop the REA from stealing public funds?
No, but that's what
are you saying restructuring is going to reinforce accountability?
No, the reason the agitations for restructuring is to ensure that there's a collective, like everybody, the minor tribes, the minority.
But
minority groups
what does the minority
have a sense of engagement, have a sense of because the Easterners feel they've been marginalized.
Because if you look at Nigeria Delta, they don't benefit. I'm not saying it's enough, but you have NDDC, you have Ministry of Nigeria Delta, you have 13% derivation, you have statutory derivation, you are already starting another petroleum host community funds again, and he has not still solved the problem of that region. By then you are just one of them, you're already at 20%.
In the region.
The question is that number one, you need to use your own constitution to build a system that is difficult to steal public funds.
And the system
the
system that allows you
a
system that allows a school that is earmarked to be built in Niger Delta to actually be built.
Yeah.
Not that the party leader will take all the money for it, and he will still come to the party convention where you are sitting down and say, Mr. President, and you're looking, you drove a Bentley here and people can't go to school in your village. You better be in jail. It's as simple as that. And we should stop funding greed. It's as simple as that. And the moment you start doing that, okay, how about the minority that has electricity in his house? How about we start restructuring by providing electricity?
Bayelsa can still pay workers for 5 months.
How about we start restructuring Nigeria by providing education to people that need it, including the imagination?
So the question I ask myself is that the solution? No. There are two problems here. Number one, you need to first have a framework, legal framework that makes honesty possible in public service and norms. Number two, you now need to incentivize that restructuring, which is Osun State goes to go and profligate, borrows money. Land itself is a serious economic problem. What's the excuse of Osun State? Oil money that they were supposed to share was not.
Otherwise, the problem will be great sorghum.
What's the business of Osun State with oil money? So you need to incentivize a system that makes it possible that a state wakes up and says, we want to be on our own. Okay, Osun, this is 200 billion. Go and start a sorghum system that you can build this is an export line of 200 billion for you to export sorghum. Go and fix it. And Osun calls everybody that there's no more oil money. We are going to become a sorghum state, and they all face sorghum, and that's what you see in US. Boeing's, there are places that are tech, there are places that are oil, there are places that are finance, there are places that are government,
there are places that are just plain universities. They call them college towns, and their whole entire economy is dependent on people going to school there.
And that's how we should do the constitutional framework first. Then you say, okay, now we are on 13% now. We are going to move to 20% in the next 2 years.
20% of what?
13% derivation.
Oh, okay.
We are going to move to 20% derivation in the next 2 years. So if you are collecting oil money now, reason that in the next 2 years, the money you are going to collect is going to be reduced.
Yeah.
In another 4 years, we'll move to 25%. In another 6 years, we'll move to 30%. In another 8 years, we'll be on 50%. Everybody will gradually find a way to adjust.
Let me make this argument, right? If you have leaders, the levels of power, the new kind of resources that are in town, because oil is a lazy man resource.
He's a rent here now.
What will happen if you have solar powered farms in the north and it becomes the biggest resource?
Yes.
Right?
Like Sokoto State.
Exactly. Yeah. Or what if the people of Kanji down start saying that everybody that is paying for electricity that derived from it. You must pay them.
What if
You
you
know,
of Kogi
20%.
that has Dangote's
exactly.
cement factory? What if you see every bag that comes from us, you are going to pay 100 naira or 200 naira per bag? Are you saying they won't pay their salary for 12 months? They will.
But here we are.
don't think.
We are not resolving the constitutional framework. You are not resolving the institutional framework. You are asking to empower governors who are already thieves.
Yes.
You know, already the governors with the little resources that are at their disposal, that they control, they are not paying salaries. You give them salary plus Paris bailout. You have been paying them out forever. These guys are thieves, and you are saying that you should increase their power to steal more. Without addressing the kind of
issues, yes.
Without addressing the kind of characteristics that you need of governors that can make things work. And that's what leadership is all about. If you have governors who are real leaders, nobody will be owing workers, even with the little they are getting. Because why? A governor who is more interested in his security vote, they've never heard that the governor did not pay himself security vote. Not even in Osun.
Or the also of the lawmakers are not paying.
Yes.
Or himself is
but
not
here
paying.
you are. In some cases, the amount of security vote the governor gets is equivalent to the salary of workers in that state. But they will take the security vote instead of paying the workers.
Absolutely correct.
And now you want to restructure Nigeria to give
More money.
Yahala more money.
Someone that wants to say,
Or-
do for silver.
Or Empire say more money. Or where's the one in Zamfara?
Rochas.
Yes, or Rochas. You want to give them more money. Already they have more money and they are happy in their family. They are appointing people commissioner of happiness. So you want to make the rich more happy while your own people are not happy and you're not doing anything about it. And we know that the movement justice is sad, social justice in particular. This the whole thing about we want to move away, we start dissolving into something of that's what can unite Nigeria. But instead of uniting Nigeria with projects, with development, with growth, you go and appoint a DG of VOA, that's a propagandist. Then you appoint another propagandist as the DG of NOA. National Heritage. The only way you can be a good Nigeria is to let's unite. As if you are going to unite people with hunger, starvation.
Change starts with you.
Crazy people.
So for me, so when people say, I think it's just a political thought. If you want to restructure, you need to force rules. I think that's
you have to have the right. You have to have not the thing about restructuring is that if you are restructuring, who is restructuring and for whom is restructuring? How can an 80-year-old man restructure Nigeria for me that is using iPhone X when the man doesn't know how to operate Nokia 3300? How can he restructure my future for me when he's at the departure lounge of life? The man is dying tomorrow. He's the one who is capturing restructuring for you. And if you look at the history of the restructuring people, they have never done anything to restructure Nigeria for you before. They've only restructured for themselves.
Yes.
And you expect that they will now sit down at this restructuring, this meeting,
and think about you.
and they think about you.
They're the clients of this world.
They are planning for you.
Yeah.
That's how they used to do it. They have now changed their mind. Suddenly they are nice people. They are now start thinking about Sowore, and they are thinking about Sowore's children. The Sowore that they kicked out of the university when he was fighting for June 12. They will now start restructuring Nigeria for him. The Sowore that was an enemy of the state and that they hate with passion. They will now go to a meeting and restructure Nigeria for you. People can be very, very easily fooled. And that is the reason why we must change the course of the direction of this country once and for all. The argument must be made forcefully and without apology that let everybody who has been part of the problem move out of the way.
That's all.
Step out of the way.
That's all.
If they don't, it's their problem.
Yes.
We have a democratic way of doing it now. Let's all unite, come together and say, Baba, Eshe, you have done your best. And they've also admitted that they've done their best. Let them go. Buhari has said that if he was younger, he said maybe I might have done better. But when he was younger, what did he do other than flogging people? That's not what Nigeria needs at this time. Let Nigerians come together and say, hey, we want to restructure the country, no problem. But let's restructure you guys out of power first. That's the first restructuring we need. Abba?
Go and rest.
Now good day.
Yeah, but because you see, for me, and that's why you see, the Nigerian political system, I mean, within the kernel of two mainstream parties, no matter the best of the intentions, it's like a million machine. Pour tomato in from the top. can't get the matter of
You know.
You are the people. So no matter how much altruistic you are, once you are funneled through that system, and even if you try to say I want to be funneled through that system, they will tell you go and do some years of apprenticeship.
No. Let me tell you something we found out about parties. Most of the parties intentionally wrote into their constitution that you have to be a former governor to be a BOT member. That you have to be a senator to be a BOT member. So the constitution of most of the parties are intentionally scripted for corrupt people. Because they wrote the constitution, and it's the BOT people that decides who are candidates, how the candidates emerge. When you already have members, leaders in political parties who are recruited from these gangrenous centers, you are wasting your time. The political parties are there, even some of the parties that you would expect to know better. If you see what it means to be a BOT member of some of the new parties, you will cry. So when you already have BOT members who are governors, what do you think they are going to do when you come to power? They will just come and consolidate now.
So what are the strategies in place to co-opt young people that are interested in vying for positions? What's the strategy in place for TakeItBack to co-opt?
We did something
something
simple. We put out a form that asks people who want to run for office to indicate what they want to run for. We did online. Indicates in which states or local government or senatorial district or what. We had 3,000 people indicate to us where they want to run, and we have been reaching out to them, doing background check on them. And these are people who are capable. Some of them have PhDs.
Yes.
They are tired of driving Dangote truck. They want to lead.
All they are asking is which political party.
Yes.
That's what they're asking.
So can we get a platform?
That's what they're asking now.
Because the current platform, the current political platforms are muzzling them out.
Of course.
That's it. And the interesting thing that most of the political parties are also promoted by these same people.
Yes.
Most of them. You'll find them, they're in APC, they're in PDP, they have their legs deep.
Everywhere.
The
other political parties are special vehicles for conducting,
that's all.
Special elections or, very wicked arrangements.
It's a huge task on our hands.
It's not a huge task. It's a task that we can do if we are not complacent. And we did this before. Young people were the ones that drove the military out of power in this country.
Yeah. I recall.
So why can't young people gather together again and drive the old people? Some of them former military leaders. Well, it's just a matter of waking up to our responsibility. It's not big.
That's very true. I actually pondered on that during this Abiola declaration.
Now that they are honoring Abiola,
Mrs. Ayobe was so young.
Yes. If you see a picture,
do you understand?
Even
they
me,
were all young.
I used to look nice in those days. My lips were
that thing really got me
pink.
thinking. They actually galvanized their efforts and everything.
When we worked as if the world was
guerrilla journalism was that was why.
Yes, your dad did journalism. They were not afraid. So it's time for people who are not afraid to confront these people again and take their country back.
Our future.
And don't let them scare you. There's a guy who wrote something on Facebook I can never forget. He said Nigerian young people, young youths, they have what they call scare buttons.
I'm telling you.
And they know what to press.
Yeah.
If they want to scare all of us now, they will use the word experience. They have no experience. Or they will say, oh, Nigeria is complex.
Yes.
That's this. Nigeria is complex.
Where do you want to start from?
Diverse.
Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start from? What experience do you have?
What do you have?
Start from Senate.
Are you ready to die? Are you?
Can you kill somebody?
Are you ready to shed blood?
So people, there's a scare button that they use, and they intentionally throw it out there so that the youths, the young people can be repeating.
So it's been
it to
in
themselves.
our system already.
They want you to keep repeating it to yourselves that be scared. So we are the vectors of fear.
Yeah, that's it.
We're like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes carry malaria.
Then
Young
successfully
people
to the views
carry
religion.
fear. Say, oh boy, do you know where I'm coming from? We just had one meeting now. These people, this election will be bloody.
Yes, sir.
Please, you better. If I were you,
and your parents will call you aside.
That's what happened.
Your parents will call.
And we did the election.
2015, they said not only would the election not hold, that Nigeria is going to break. It has been predicted. Pastors, CIA, everybody was
there are reports everywhere.
But now everybody was. Election came. Not even Boko Haram to disrupt it.
It's leadership. It's leadership.
It's leadership.
Let me just give another example. Immediately after the election result was announced, because I belong to one of the groups in Buhari, we now said everyone was calm all through that period till they was sworn in. You know, between that period that the result was announced and the period the day was actually officially sworn in, if you see, you cannot go to anywhere and you see the policemen collecting money in Abuja. You will not try it. We did something. I called some of my chaps, said, look at what you're going to do. Get an apron, put it at the back of yourself, call yourself Buhari Vanguard. That period, because I wanted to test something. The policemen were the policemen were everywhere. I said, you know what to do? You guys move around the whole Abuja, put up the apron, stay beside the policemen and watch what will happen. Immediately the policemen started the
apron.
Everybody
enter their car.
Everybody, if you see a policeman, you say, okay, we're just quiet. Everybody maintained. Nobody collected 1 kobo. Nobody collected 1 kobo. And everyone just moving final. So what I was saying is basically leadership.
It's leadership.
Because the top Buhari
It's leadership.
The summary of everything really is leadership.
Yeah, leadership.
If he comes here and throw one guy in jail,
yeah.
that's all.
And articulate about this program, there must not be any doubt about what you stand for as a leader. As oh boy, you know if you go, you can't go scot-free if you do this thing.
That's
but
I'm telling you, and it has to start from the topmost, level.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
See, if you read Buhari's mid 29, he said something there is going to go as far as looking at states, local government, consolidated revenue.
And when he said that,
everybody felt that yes,
he's not
going to just be a president. He's going to be a moral force down the chain.
That's it.
That's how you can change. So be the one to say, as a governor, why would you create a joint account for local government?
And local government never get their money.
And never gets his money.
The state
so it was supposed to be, and that was what it was supposed to be. Because he was coming with some enormous kind of.
You want to restructure Nigeria, but you will restructure.
You know what happens? You know what happens? Sorry to cut you here. You know what they do? When it is by the 17th, 18th, the governor sends all their finance ministers and the
commissioner.
Yes, the accountant general to Abuja. They have special hotel where they stay. They have what they do is that as the thing is just coming, they're in the hotel. Now the security vote, that one is a non-touchable item. They push it out. They hardly come to the state with the money. The thing is distributed in Abuja there. And they come back, they fly to shore. Apart from that, the governor sends a special somebody to be monitoring them. So it's basically leadership.
Governor will just be calling commissioner.
That's all.
How did the meeting go? How did the fact meeting go? How did the fact meeting?
Is all.
No, don't explain it to me. Did they release the ecological fund? Are you bringing it now? Because I'm waiting. Some of them are even waiting for the commissioner at the airport. That's why you see that at the moment there was a time now, which is just to buttress the point about the moral issue about the EFCC. There was a time the EFCC under Ribadu went to Taraba. He saw Okada of civil servants. They abandoned it. Everybody was just jumping into the bush because they heard that Ribadu came to Taraba. So he said, when he now came out and said, who are the people with the Okada? They say civil servant. They heard that he's coming. And that everybody that chopped money is going to jail, that he came to pack them. Bicycle, everybody jumped into the bush. That is the moral force. And you are saying that where did Ribadu get the policemen that worked with him at the EFCC when he came? Is it not the same Nigerian police? So we are saying, oh, we have written up there are still people within the police force.
And why is it
the
our
leadership
police?
at the top is very straightforward.
Yes.
But now look at it. You want to be a policeman who wants to do good under a DPO. The DPO will arrange for your assassination.
Yes.
If you are the only person who doesn't collect money, and the DPO says, I ask you to release an armed robber suspect, he has already paid us, and you are saying, okay, I can't. You won't make it wrong. But if the policeman who wants to do right knows that the president of the country can defend him, if the case gets to him, he will do what is right, and he will know that he will be incentivized for it, he will get promotion for it, because he knows the president will not tolerate a DPO that assassinates a honest officer.
That is it.
That is it.
But you are here thinking, oh, you can change Nigeria by having a few DPOs who are good or police officers. They will frustrate the police officer. The guy, there was a guy that stormed Panika Ode at the airport here. You did a story. They stopped him from not. They don't search him, and the guys insisted that he must be searched.
Yeah.
Say, don't you know me?
You must be
He must be
searched.
searched. They did eventually search him, but the guy found himself in Maiduguri the next week. They transferred him to Maiduguri. That's the Siberia of the airport authority.
And the same police were criticizing any of them that goes to international assignments. Except, I know a woman, a top police gun in this country. She came back from Rwanda. The minute she came back, they had a matter. And she came and told me about it. They had money. They have money for this leave. She said she was not going to take the money, that she has not seen this kind of thing. This is a woman that wants a UNO international award as a police. She served in Rwanda, she did very well. That's Nigeria. There are many of them like that. So you ask yourself one basic question. Why is it that in Nigeria, here, don't excel? But you just take them out. Is it the soldiers?
It's the rules. Let me give you a small example. Let me give you an example. If I'm going home now, there are 2 toll gates between Lekki and between VI and Lekki, or Ikoyi and Lekki. If you pass the toll gate, one from VI to Lekki, they say exact fare.
Okay.
Now, if you go there with 500 and there's no argument you can make from yesterday to tomorrow.
They will collect that fare, you will not get your change.
So, consciously, if I don't have exact fare and I cannot make sure that I cannot do without the food, I don't go there. The queue can be short, but I know that I don't have an exact fare. Now, let's cross to the other one. Lekki, Ikoyi. Exact fare or no exact fare, you go there, you look at the guy, you shake your face. The guy will hand you your change. So nobody follows. You say exact fare, but nobody follows exact fare because you know that the rules can be bent.
Yeah.
As long as the rules can be bent, you can't get a functional society.
Exactly.
That's so until you're able to get it, and that comes because it's people that bring institutions, that build institutions.
Exactly.
Until you get people who are moral force who say we want to build institutions like Dora tried to do. Imagine after Dora, you had successive people who acted like her. Then over a period, they become self-regulating. It becomes self-empowering.
It becomes a culture of the organization.
Yeah, it becomes a culture of the whole country. That's why in Japan, you will be a second late and the pilot is apologizing for it. Because that's the culture.
That's it. The guy that wrote The Economic Hitman, John Perkins. You know, he went all, he was just talking how these countries, how US and some of these international companies, how their countries, use their agents to now completely enslave the entire continent. He got to a point, he was talking about Nigeria. He said he has never seen a country like Nigeria. If there's nothing you will think of or you can ever think of that is not in this country. The weather is good. The people are very hospitable. The land is fertile. There is nothing that you can. The human resources simply are amazing. Then he now said he had worked with a couple of Nigerians over the years. That if they give them engagements, professional engagements or only specific engagements, that you find Nigeria excelling. You find Nigeria excelling. That even if you come to World Bank at whatever level, and you ask a Nigerian, you see Nigerian excelling.
Yeah.
Now he asked one question. He said, why is it that a country that is as blessed as this are not getting their acts together? He still said, it's leadership. It's leadership. So if a civil servant, one damning civil servant, and one thing you have to understand, affirmative action does not translate into enthronement of lack of merit. What with our own understanding of affirmative action, who the US uses to see how they can now equal those people, like Red Indians. You understand what they do basically? Let's all see how to balance and support these people. But for us here, our federal character is basically to promote people who cannot perform. That's what it is. You find somebody in Sokoto that will score, for example, in JAM. The person will get like 30%. Somebody maybe in the West here will get almost 300. That person that is in Lagos here will not get admission.
Let's never talk about that.
No, I'm just giving
that issue is crazy.
You won't get admission. But somebody from Zamfara who has 20%, only 20%, will find himself
below the teaching hospital there.
Chika.
You find a doctor that does not even qualify to be a doctor, but just because of zoning, just because of ethnic sentiments and everything, he becomes a doctor. What kind of medical drugs does he want to administer on the patient? You know, it's crazy.
I want us to flip this a bit, because when we get into conversations with Nigeria, unfortunately, we derail down that path of negativity. I still want us to look at Nigeria for what it is, and it's a country without any serious problems. But the problem that we have just touched on, leadership.
Yes.
If you want to look at countries that have real problems, talk about Japan.
Well, you know,
You have a growing, aging population.
Yes.
Yeah? How do you change that? But if you go outside these walls now,
See
right,
youths.
you can start a building project,
Yes.
right, next door. So, don't let's make it complex. If you look at, I mean, if you take economics books, it looks very complex. Look, if you want to build a society, you need men.
Yeah.
You need to train these men,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What have you just affirmed now?
and women.
Well, men are women.
When they come and carry you.
What have you affirmed now, right? Nigerians are brilliant all over the world.
Excellent.
There was a post in Washington Post yesterday, this last week.
Yes.
They were just trying to show Nigerian families abroad. All of them doctors, right?
Yeah.
Is either they are medical doctors, PhDs. You know, we don't
Like
go
doing
less
so
than
well.
that, right?
Yeah.
We have a huge diaspora that nobody is talking about. That
I've
diaspora.
not been tapped into.
We are not tapped into the diaspora, and this is not some diaspora that are lost. They have very strong connections
With the
There are
roots.
10
Nigerians
million people
here.
in the diaspora.
10 million Nigerians.
Over 6 million of them are professionals.
over
Can
6
you imagine?
million professionals.
And they all have a willingness to come back home.
No, it's
So
not about
it builds in the society.
the
Come back.
thing about it is, see, like every system, that's why you look at people like US, they don't fail, because even when the society wants to shift, they find a Roosevelt, a Lincoln, Reagan, they find some guy,
An interventionist.
Obama, who becomes an interventionist
Yeah.
to fix a problem. So even if Trump, wherever Trump goes, slide them through. To find some guy to reawaken that
that's
leadership space.
In fact,
Because
whenever they have a leadership that is contentious like that, they start searching
Searching.
right from there
then,
for
so
the
the,
next best
so
guy.
the question is, because you don't want to use a whole long string of wrong leaders to corrupt the entire system. For us, we need to have at least 3
You have to
successive,
break the jinx.
yeah, of 3 successive, honest,
Decades, yes.
competent, they have the capacity, and they have the long-term vision of exactly
yeah.
where they are going. So that whoever is there is a pipeline, everybody is coming and is plugging in and continuous. When you have that, then you are ready to take your time. Look at Chinese. I went to Stanford, they were almost entire high school. Almost 20 or 30% are Chinese, Indian, and those guys, when they get to a point, they are not going to sit down there. They're going back. So they're going back to invest their intellectual
The
capital
knowledge
to
is
their own
acquired
country.
back to the
But
country.
which intellectual capital will be our next?
And
Is it the way we are treating our own doctors that somebody's going to have all the best knowledge in X-ray and all the best knowledge in cancer and say, I'm coming back to Nigeria to help you out? How? In that kind of environment? Or is it someone that is breaking the ground in MIT that will say,
when
I'm
the
going back to the
competent
rest
people
of
are in
Ibadan?
charge, when your minister of health is the most competent person you can find,
So that one will be out looking for
you
advice.
expect him to come back. You expect the minister of health that is incompetent to accept a guy who is like
So, you know,
very, very bad.
infiltrating.
They will come and be challenging the process. They will just drive him away.
Yeah.
Or you,
Let's say you wanted to start all the US people.
yes.
Yeah,
or,
no, yeah.
or you expect a
He
minister
has
of
refused to pay their
communication.
salary for 3
It's
months.
just smell this.
You expect the minister of communication like shit to
You can't be talking to
to be talking to someone like
artificial
the
intelligence.
Facebook.
or machine learning.
Yes.
It's not about
Like
you.
They will just tell you that you are inconsequential. And
What are you charging of us?
come and be going.
Anthony Emeagwali.
That's the problem with Nigeria.
People that only wants to become Goyo State governor, that's his life. And he's
This guy,
entitled.
Anthony
He feels
Emeagwali.
he's very entitled. But my own point is, in that it's just about the talk. Buhari has always gone abroad to fix his health issue. If he doesn't provoke a moral awakening, to say, I'm getting an advantage that 180 million people don't have. What am I going to do within all my might to fix that? But till today, nothing changes about the
No,
health
but
system.
Seun, I want us to.
So the question is
I
that
want, no,
do we
no,
have
but
the-
no. One thing I want us to do as well, and this is a personal challenge to myself.
Okay.
I was trained in Obafemi Awolowo University. They used federal resources to train us, and I'm sure a lot of us too. Sowore was trained in Unilag. We have a responsibility to the rest. We took somebody else's spot. That's one thing I want us, because there's this entitlement that we have as well. That we need to start thinking about.
Yeah, give back to society.
I did the technology lab in my secondary school last week.
I've given a lot, and I'm ready to give more. But you didn't like, you didn't appreciate me when I was there.
You have to let go.
But no, I'm saying that, but regardless, there are lots of things that we have done without any support. Even now, I mean, you created a company that's hiring people. I created my own job 12 years ago because I was unemployable by every standard. Due to what Unilag did to me, I was unemployable. Nobody would touch me before I left Nigeria. Even if there were jobs, because they had already scandalized me. Like, oh, this guy, because of your company. So, but look at where we are. Look at where we've been. The whole complex problem of that they thought could not be resolved. Some of us had the advantage of doing that, and we can do one. That's what he's saying. That there are people in this country, you just have to give them the right objective conditions.
That's it.
They will perform wonders.
They will excel.
But when you close down the space to do good in any country, good people will either flee or they will be too scared to do anything.
To even intervene.
Yes. So the interventionists we are looking for, they have already decided that they will stop them at all costs. I give the example of the center here. I haven't done SAHARA reporters for 20 years. The year I entered Nigeria with the idea of a SAHARA reporter, somebody was waiting at the gate to beat me up. Police was ready to frame me. The Senate president was ready to take all the money associated. How can somebody who wants to come and set up another company like me
and employ people
come back to Nigeria? Yes. And this is a place that employed at least at some point 15 people get employed, and when you employ 15 people in a country where the economy is in, you are supporting another 100 people. But for them, they have to shut it down. These are the same people who are employing ghost workers at the National Assembly. They don't want you to employ real workers and put them real workers. Except the leadership is changed, except people have leadership that are selfless. You have to also understand selflessness.
Yes.
You understand? That people who are willing to forgo everything they have, a leader that is willing to stay in a 3-bedroom apartment as opposed to staying in a 50-bedroom mansion. A leader that is willing to drive 4 or maximum 3 cars to go to the airport instead of shutting down the highway because he's going to the airport. Why would I be president of Nigeria with a helicopter and I want to shut down the way from Abuja to the airport and prevent anybody? You just take the helicopter if you have to. But I can guarantee you that you can make it to the airport with 3 cars and be safe. Because they are going at a speed that is fast enough. Yes.
And in some cases, when he sees that he's not comfortable, they'll close the roads in Abuja.
Yes, that's what
no vehicle will move in certain areas of the road.
Sometimes after the president has reached home, the road is still closed.
And in some occasions, when they see that he's not comfortable with their intel or whatever it is, the president will fly straight from the airport in Abuja.
I won't be surprised
if you're so insecure. If you're so insecure.
Even shutting down the airspace and all that.
All those kind of things.
1 hour before you arrive.
It's just, but for me, it's just and I think it's we have a duty, and that duty is that there's a generation now that has a dream.
Yes.
And either by natural circumstances, either by reading, either by falling out, that generation is going to go. That's the same
they have to. They have to.
So
they have to let go, whether they like it or not.
And what this generation, what they do is that they either allow you to be an apprentice in the system, so that they indoctrinate you over a period of years, and you become even worse versions of them. You know, I've said that with essay to ministers, and you listen to the things they say. Even their ministers cannot say it. Can you be sending us your reports before you tweet it? I mean,
guys, somebody is asking here that what do you guys think about Lalong as our sports minister?
Wow.
Then is this comment by Olabisi Olaomi? I'm living in Norway now, but believe me or not, if Sowore becomes president, I am coming back home the next year.
Fantastic. It's just like this with Bobara. The minister, I think, is a very close. The minister himself. I don't know. I just don't know how they.
He heard what I was saying about the minister. The World Cup is going to be his last assignment. This Russian World Cup.
And so for me, my own point is that we have to be that replacement generation.
Yeah.
We have to, and we
don't have time.
We don't have time
Because if we don't become the replacement generation, they will replace us with robots.
They would.
They're apprentices.
We really need to
If
strategize
you give them another 4 years, they would have recovered from this shock.
They will close everywhere.
They will close up, they will consolidate.
They will just close everywhere.
You will just find out that the next presidential candidate, who is a young person, is the worst thief.
Yes.
Who has grown through the apprenticeship system that they created.
That's it.
And
Umuaya.
yeah, exactly.
How do you call it? And that for me is why, and that's why I feel, even as us being, civic enthusiastic, social conscious, we need to understand that we need to get into the space.
Yeah.
We can't afford. Look at people like Gani, Beko, Falado. We feel like, where were we in 1999? Where were we in 2007?
Yeah.
We could have also used our own cloud, to create.
We had that conversation yesterday.
But the question is that we always create, because what's what Omoyele said. There's a feeling, there's a tinge of fear. That is around the whole political system. So they don't even want you to come close.
Yeah.
The question is, as long as we leave it that way, we will have a reason to come.
I think the good thing that has happened this time around that I love is that we've resolved a lot of questions.
No, somebody quickly asked that what's the level of consciousness SAHARA reporters and a few of us here are doing to ensure that Nigerians in diaspora are able to vote?
Sadly, I left SAHARA reporters now. I'm looking for a new job.
But you're a presidential aspirant now.
Yeah. So, but I think it's beyond.
How can we do this? To ensure that the government, like the way the Not Too Young to Run campaign, how can we do a campaign around that to ensure Nigerians in diaspora?
The only campaign that we'll do now is for us to all bond together and a campaign to take our country back. Just take it back. It's very simple. It's straightforward. Take the country back. We do it for ourselves. And have a country that is our own, first and foremost. You cannot control the narrative. You can't make a new narrative if you are not in control. And this is a future that is at stake. Everybody, everywhere else, is doing it differently from the way we used to do it. I cannot believe that there are young people out there, by the way, who are still somehow vouching for this old ragged order.
And they are
that
suffering.
Everybody is still even saying, maybe Buhari can still do it. Let's give him another 4 years. It's like you want to sentence your destiny to ruination. This is not life. If this was life imprisonment, it would be good. But this one is death sentence upon you. This guy is going to kill you. That's it. They will kill your future. They will kill you practically. They will kill you physically if they can. They'll kill. These are a bunch of dream killers. They're a bunch of people killers. There are a bunch of economic killers.
I think the issue, sir, is that we've been conditioned to
So you can get the comments back.
I didn't condition myself to set up.
No, I mean the nation has conditioned
Help me do it.
poverty.
But it's also because the vocal and active amongst us are sometimes the worst.
How?
No, I mean, some of these things we're talking about now, the Buhari presidency is being championed by some of the youngest, brightest, so-called smartest amongst us. And they are paid, they are paid to do it. And they might come to you and make you feel like, we're just being objective. But they're not objective. This is a time that everybody has to take a stand, and there has to be a stand that's biased on the side of the truth. If your future is at stake, I don't want to see how objective you are. There's no objectivity about the continuation of the Buhari regime for me. I can't be objective about it. I've come to a point, I've come to a final bus stop and saying, look, we can't negotiate it. There's no even sitting down, there's no meeting of minds. I don't need any more conferences, no more symposia to convince me that this is over. And I think that's the point that everybody should reach. The moment we reach that point, it will be very clear to them. So those people who are asking how much do you have, it's not about money anymore. Those people who are asking, where are the grassroots? You are the grassroots.
That's it.
You are the root of the grass.
That's been trampled upon.
You are the root of the grass that's been trampled upon. And now that they got the grass out of the way, they are coming after the roots.
That's it.
So, because the lush green Nigeria you have often dreamt about, these guys can never bring it about. Because that's why they call the people who enable them grassroots, the people who cannot be seen. But we have to stop being grassroots. We have to be the real grass so that everywhere can be green for us. Yes.
Thank you very much. I think I have to take my leave.
Let's come and be going.
This was a really nice chat. It was a very good chat.
Right.
You know, and I believe that
We should have more of it.
Yeah, I think so.
This is what they do at bus stops.
Yes.
Newspaper.
Actually, yeah,
Newspaper
really.
announcements. Maybe we should go to the bus stop tomorrow and the newspaper.